Morning, buddy.
All right.
You okay?
I'm all right. Yeah.
I love the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it pops. It pops. It's good. It's good. I'm in a secret location somewhere. I'm not in the usual place.
No, I've got jaundice.
Good stuff. Right. Well, so I've got our guest for this week, and he's a very, very dear friend of yours. I haven't told you who it is yet. I'm going to bring him into the room now. Are you ready?
Surprise me.
Strap in, buddy. Here we go. It is, drum roll, Mr. Andy Nyman.
So I was just grabbing some essential reading.
He's reading his own trick. That's what he's doing.
No. Hello, my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Andy. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, fantastic. Thank you for joining us here on Coffee Morning with Wayne and Mike. Let's just dive straight in. I asked all of our guests the same question, so I'm going to ask you, Andy. When was the first time you actually met Wayne? Can you remember?
Wow. I think the first time, Dobbo, we met was at the first time I went to Blackpool. I don't think I'd met you before that. And obviously growing up in Leicester, I was really aware of you. Yeah. I sort of I wasn't involved in the magic world at all then. So I just used to watch you as this, oh my God, that guy's amazing. And then I sort of found out you were from Leicester, and I couldn't quite believe that this super famous magician was from Leicester. And then I remember being at the convention the first time and seeing you in Blackpool and thinking, oh my God, I've got to go and say hello to him. I was a bit nervous because obviously I'd heard you had wandering hands, and and you didn't let yourself down. I seem to remember that. But that was the first time we met, and we've been pals ever since.
I mean, it's amazing that you both come from the same part of the UK. Do you know how far apart you actually lived from one another?
Well, I didn't blame me.
Oh, quite a way then, because I was in Stonygate near the race course. So but when you used to go, if you used to go to the Circle in Leicester, was that at the hotel, the the Grand? Well, that was smack opposite my dad's dental surgery.
Right.
So, I was around there all the time. And there might still be a plaque at the Grand that says sort of home of the Leicester Magic Circle, I think. And I remember seeing that thinking, oh my God. Even though I wasn't I liked magic, but wasn't into it, doing it, thinking, wow,
Do you remember that shop in Leicester?
The one near the prison?
Yeah.
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 Well, I can remember that was the first magic shop I ever went into. And who ran it, Dobbo? Can you remember?
John Brown.
Right. I've got a couple of props from that shop that I bought there. And I'll grab one and show you. This will give you some idea of the elegance of the craftsmanship. So this was their version of the coin through box, the sort of wooden box that has a glass. Yeah. And I think it was very important to them. It looked like an everyday item. So that's what it that's what it looked like. And that was the insert. But I still have a penchant for sort of magic. That's got the look of a real repro magic prop.
It looks lovely as a magic prop.
I love it. But so that in that shop, Dobbo, I saw my first ever magic trick. I saw dizzy dots and being demmed, and the person sort of saying to me, it's very easy. And I just thought, there's no way that's easy.
No.
because I've just seen that dot. He was in both hands. I've seen it leap from there to there. That can't be easy.
No.
So I remember it clearly. Did you ever work in there or anything?
No, but I used to go in there all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I still mourn it because the sort of fancy dress dance shop is still there.
Right.
But that bit at the side, that's just a sort of dancing now. That's what it was, wasn't it? Because of course the other person, and I don't know if you were pals with him then, was Cadell, who's the other person from
I never knew
Cadell.
Richard then.
Did you not? No.
I know now, but not then.
He's a very good friend. He's actually hopefully coming on to one of these coffee mornings.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
But he's a great guy, and he's doing these illusions now, which is totally.
Yeah, well, that's sort of where he started.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then gone, well, not started, but that's what he always dreamed of, then did it, then left it all behind. And then.
So Leicester has produced a few acts.
Not half.
I was going to say it's the Leicester contingency here.
Yeah.
In Magic, you got the London contingency in pop, and the Beckham contingency in pop, and then you've got the Leicester contingency.
It's really, I mean, who else? Roy Johnson was Leicester.
Yeah.
What a brilliant thinker he was, Dobbo. Did you?
Yeah, it was.
I never knew him. I just knew of his work. I've read his books, and like your stuff, was always amazed at the sort of proper, practical, mind-blowing miracles.
Yeah.
The method is the easy part, and the plot and the brilliant. Did you work with him much?
No, but I knew him. I used to go round to his house a lot.
Yeah.
He sort of mentored me. I never listened, but no.
Yeah. Well, he was very involved. He did quite a bit of stuff with Brookie as well, didn't he, Roy?
Canberra, yeah.
Recently, I was looking at some, I never knew Brookie, but I was looking up some stuff about his studio and realized that is now a voiceover studio that I've done loads of voices in over the years.
All right.
And it's like 154 Wardour Street or something like that, second floor, and I was looking at it and then was there, I was like, holy shit, I've been in there loads. So
yeah.
That's a good segue for what you did with Wayne and the Orville project last year, because you did the seamlessly morphed voiceover into Wayne's tribute at the beginning. I mean, that was fantastic. That was great. It was great work. It really did bring it all together. I know Wayne kept waxing lyrical. Look what he's done. Look what he's done.
Oh, well, that was a hell of a night, wasn't it? My God.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And what a great illusion to do.
So,
brilliant illusion. Brilliant. And I love your balls for doing it as well, Bobo. Because I mean, I'm not sure I'd want to get up on that thing.
You'd say that, Andy. It was very funny because the first time he did it, he sort of like we did it as a rehearsal at the Twins unit, and it was high, and he said it was high. But when he was on stage, you forget that there's a stage, then there's a drop, and then there's the audience. He was like, "Fuck's sake, that's high."
What was it like, Dobbo, doing it? I mean, so two questions. Question number one, from a nuts and bolts point of view, being on the mechanism, doing it and realizing I'm 40 foot up and there's a sheer drop. What was that like? And then what was it like as a performer? Because I saw you that year do The Vanishing Ink, where you absolutely destroyed the room, and then Blackpool. What were so start with, did you shit yourself when you got up on that thing 40 foot up, and then tell me what it was like as a performer doing both those things, because that's fascinating.
Shit myself.
That's when he found out that adrenaline was brown.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did it feel like, Dobbo, doing those, being at the Grand? How many people were there? 3,000 people?
At the Opera House was 3,000.
You're not the Grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Two houses.
200.
Really, it was really something special.
It
Yeah.
was so emotional. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, there's a lot of love for you there, Dobbo.
Wow.
And it was really weird. I mean, I'm sure Wayne will tell you this, but it was really weird because he went into this mode that I've not seen very often before he goes on stage, where he sort of like zones out and he just completely ignored everybody. And I went, "You're right," and he went, "I'm in the zone.
Brilliant.
Just give me some, give me some space. Let me be in the zone." And I was like, "Right, cool." Walked away, and it was great. It was a highlight of my career in terms of magic. But brilliant, fantastic.
So Andy,
Yeah,
you've had recognition as being a director, a producer, a writer, an actor, mentalist, magician. Are you multi-talented or just confused?
Well, I think definitely confused.
I'm joking.
No.
Can't make my mind up. The acting's always has been, and always will be my number one thing.
Yeah.
That's always been it. And then after that, I do love writing, with Jeremy, and I like creating stuff with Darren and Andrew O'Connor.
Yeah.
I love direct. Fucking hell. I love. Is that done? What is that? Is that on a thread? How did you do that? I love directing as well. So
yeah,
I've just. It's funny. Before we started recording, Mike, Dobbo and I were just having a very quick chat, and we were saying that one of the things that has got us through this time is just staying creative.
Yeah.
Because, we were all a bit in Dobbo land. We couldn't leave our homes. We couldn't do anything, and me in particular with Soph, we were shielded properly for 14 months. Tonight is the first time we're going out in all of that time.
Well, I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you, we will. But we were saying that actually creating, up until this, I knew that is a massive part of my life and an essential part of my life.
Yeah.
But what this has proven to me is it is literally the lifeblood of it. It keeps me sane and sparking alive. And Dobbo, that is the thing I think that I've found unbelievably impressive with you, is that there are other people who in your position would have just thought, oh, fuck it, thrown the hat in. But your work remains consistently brilliant and unbelievably fooling. And it does piss me off sometimes when you come out with something new and clever, and I think, the bastard, how's he done that? How's he come up with that?
That's the real magic. I've always said that. I mean, the guy can't pick up a prop.
I'm not Andy, but I'm still quite old school as far as methods and reading and all this new internet stuff.
Yeah.
I can't keep up with it.
But you know what? It's so funny. It's so often, and it sounds old fashioned like we're dinosaurs, but it's not that. Every time I see a trick that's an app, I want to cry. You go back to old school time and time and time again, because it is the most fooling. It's reliable. It doesn't let you down. And that's why people who made a living working the clubs or working the nightclubs or doing that stuff where you've got to shove it in a case and do 45 minutes in front of tough audiences and grab them and make it work every night. That material, when you look at those people, is phenomenal.
Yeah,
absolutely. And Wayne is a machine gun of creativity. He's constantly calling me every day and showing me a new or describing to me a new method for a trick. We're working on several as we speak, and it's kept me sane during this lockdown. So I'm grateful for that. That the fact that the guy just keeps coming out with stuff, and it is really good stuff. But talking of creativity, I've got to mention one of my favourite walk around. Call it a trick. It is a trick, but the evil that you brought out for the dog. It's based on the old snake eggs, fly eggs, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the explanation is worth 10 times as much as the trick.
You mean the videos that I did?
The video explanation is your nuances and stuff is just unbelievable. I know Wayne hasn't seen it yet, and it's reminded me I'm going to show him it because he will love the nuances that you put into it and stuff like that.
Has he seen Dobbo? Have you seen the trick?
He's seen the trick. I think he's seen the trick.
Yeah.
I don't think he's actually watched the explanation.
All right. Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
So I will get him to see it.
I'm glad you like that. Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's daft, but again, it's a mix of rattlesnake eggs, which I love, and the insurance policy.
Yeah.
Again,
which are two really, really, the foundation of those two tricks is set in stone in terms of magic history, and to bring them together and with your thinking, it's and the nuances, like I say, unbelievable. And you do get the reactions that you see on the video.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it so good. That's what makes it so good.
Thanks.
And great as a filler as well when you're doing something else and you just want to fill some dead time, you use it as well for that.
It's in their hands.
It really is good. So it must be something in the water in Leicester. Got to be.
It is. It's the spirit of Richard III.
Yeah.
I've got two of your tricks, Dobbo.
Yeah.
That are absolute fave. I mean, I like all the work, as you well know, but two of them, coin flocks.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you
can't. Unbelievable. And maybe my favorite thing, take a seat, amazing. But maybe my favorite thing of yours ever, and I forget the name of it, is the bag of coins.
Oh, Lucky Dip.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I'm reluctant
to talk
about. Sorry?
Darren's favourite trick to go to.
Ask yourself who showed him it. He couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe the trick, couldn't believe the method. But that, Dobbo, is not only is the trick, the method's absolutely brilliant, but that plot is a plot that I adore. A needle in a haystack plot.
Yeah. Talking of falling, it's a story that Wayne and I tell, and I don't know if you remember, but when I first started demming for Wayne, and this is going back quite a while now, probably 15 years, I showed you Lucky Card at International. Do you remember?
Remind me what Lucky Card is.
So basically, this I'll explain exactly what I did, because Wayne went, "Oh, this is Andy Nyman," because I knew of you obviously, but I had never met you before, and I think it was the first time we actually met, and this is Andy Nyman, show him Lucky Card, and I just gave you a deck of cards, or I think you had a deck of cards on you, and I said, "Have you got a deck of cards?" You said yes. I said, "This is my lucky card. It's here on the table."
Oh yes.
Shuffled at your cards. Spell lucky card, bang, 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 and they matched. And I remember you looking at me, and then
Did I threaten you?
You sort of, yeah. And then you walked away, and I didn't know whether I had upset you, and I went to Wayne. have I upset Andy? And he went, no, you fooled him. And then you came back and you went, that was fantastic. Where do I get it? And then I said, it's in the book that you contributed to. And you was like, fuck's sake, and off you went. And I just wondered if you remembered.
No, I didn't remember it was called Lucky Card, but I remember that happening. But I adore it. That's why I'm in it. I mean, I can never understand when magicians, when you fool them and you get that sort of, oh yeah.
Yeah, not can I.
It's nice. That's a nice. Have you thought about? I want to be bruised.
Yeah,
I'm fooled so badly. You know.
I totally understand where you come from. It's like a warm feeling inside.
That's why we all do it. That's what you want to pass on.
I know Wayne constantly is like, especially when we're at Blackpool, we watch a gala show and he just turns to me and said, sorry, let me just change that. We went obviously to Magic Live. We've been quite a few times, but one time Penn and Teller invited us to their show. Yeah. Do you remember, Wayne? And I can't remember the actual illusion, but I can remember Wayne's reaction as if it was yesterday. He just looked at me and went, how the fuck did he do that? And he was so happy that he had no idea. I had no idea at all. Do you know what? I don't know. I can't remember. Do you remember the illusion?
Yeah, not a few.
Was it the teapot?
Maybe on the bar.
They were just standing on stage and there was nothing behind them and the stage was open and they sung I'm a Little Teapot, and then Penn picked Teller up and poured him like a teapot and the water came out of his and apparently it was only done that one time and never shown again. And it was, in terms of it was definitely the teapot, Wayne, because in terms of levitation you was like, what? Where? How? And he just looked at me. He had this big grin on his face. And I understand exactly where you come from. When you are fooled, it's just like a gift, isn't it?
The best.
It really is. It really is great stuff.
Yeah.
And as a creator, I suppose if you fool somebody else, it's also another gift. It's like if you fool other
I love it. But I love it. But what I love most, if you're lecturing or teaching or working for magicians where you're getting that feedback, when you fool them with nothing, when they fool themselves into thinking, and you've done it with a Svengali deck or whatever it is, the joy of that.
Waxing lyrical about some of your stuff, Andy, I remember seeing you lecture your DVD prediction.
Oh yeah.
And that was like from nothing, wasn't it? It's And I was there going, oh my God, I got fooled by, the pen.
Yeah.
Genius.
I love that.
If you haven't seen any of Andy's work, get Nyman, anything like that, you need to go and find it now and watch it because it's fantastic. Or even better, find his lecture notes. I know Prop Dog have got them in stock, so that's it.
They have, yeah. Or even better, buy that if you haven't got it.
It's you can't buy it as a book anymore. You can only get it as a PDF.
All right, so I should sell that on eBay. Hold on. If he signed it,
if he signs it, he does less. He does his signature with his lips, then it will be worth nothing.
Look at that. Danny Buck.
Oh yeah, talking to Danny Buck.
If only, could you do an appearance for me, Dobbo? Could you make him appear?
Yeah, use your mind.
I literally just opened it. Could have opened it anywhere. What the?
What?
Who is that?
I was in the garden. What?
Look at that. How the hell? Unbelievable.
I know. I look the same as well. That's the amazing thing.
I know it is. All right, hold on. Let me try it again. Hands clock.
No.
Never repeat a trick.
No.
Yeah, because we'll all be looking for the method.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Away, boys.
Yeah.
Fair.
Hi, Danny. How are you, buddy?
I'm all right, mates. How are we all?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Sorry we had to, you were dragged away from your gardening.
I know, right? I was actually getting a bit of a sunburn on as well by the looks of this picture, but
Oh,
yeah.
so he
And I'm looking
saved
forward
you.
to that 45-minute drive back home in an Uber. Unless you can open another portal up.
Andy, thank you so much for joining us on Wayne and Mike's Coffee Morning. And we also got Danny. We'll have to send him back in a bit, otherwise he'll get the ump. But thank you so much for joining us. It's been such an insightful interview, and there are lots of information there. And like I said before, if you haven't got or checked out any of Andy's stuff, please check it out, because it is gold dust, just like our man Wayne's here. So from me, make sure you subscribe, you like, and you share Wayne and Mike's Coffee Morning, and we'll see you again next week. But for now, it's goodbye from me.
Bye.
It's goodbye from Andy, and
Ta-da.
it's goodbye from Wayne.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.
See you, Dobbo.
and
Loads of
Danny.
love.
Bye.